Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to cover Sterling and Wilson Solar Renewables Energy stock. I'll touch upon the fundamentals of the stock first, and then we'll move to the technical bit of it. Right. Sterling and Wilson Renewable Energy Limited is a 16,000 crore market cap company. The fundamentals are more towards turning around rather than being the best of the case just yet. So if we quickly have a look, they are in the one of the leading end-to-end solar energy and procurement EPC solutions company, and the company is of course backed by the strong parentage of the Reliance Industries, as we all know it, right? If we quickly have a history about this company, it was part of the Shapoorji Pallonji group, and it was promoted by Shapoorji Pallonji company. It posed a demerger. It was taken over by Reliance New Energy and became a subsidiary of Reliance Industries. Right. It has a leadership in solar EPC solutions. It is a uh, operation and maintenance global player in the solar industry, and they are number one solar player in Australia. So the EPC portfolio as of now is 18 gigawatts, and then O&M portfolio is 7.6 gigawatts. If we see the clients, we have NTPC, NG, Cleantech Solar, Serentica. Most of them come from the global side of it. They are increasing their presence in India as well, as we speak. Right. I have small stats that I have as well separately for me, which is one of the top growth catalysts for the company is that they have, as of FY25, the order book inflow is expected to be 8,000 CR. FY24 orders were rupees 6,000 to 23 crores, which was up from 4,387 crores in FY23. There's additional orders expected both from Reliance and Nigeria. The guidance that the company has given is for FY25, they are expecting a revenue of 8 to 9,000 crores. Uh, and they're expecting the gross margins to continue at 10 to 11%. And the O&M, which is the operation and maintenance, will grow with the execution of more large PSU projects, which have O&M contracts built in right from the government and other uh, government subsidiaries, right? If you see, the sales have been growing consistently, which can be off on and off, but they've posted a turnaround result in this quarter of March 2024 with a positive uh, operating profit margin, right? They've been doing a negative across the board, but they've turned it around this quarter, which has turned them profitable this year. And that's why you'll see 100% tax, almost 95% of tax rate. Year on year, they've been a bit degrowing, so to speak. But since solar business is in itself a very large kind of a capex based oriented company and workings, so they have a lot of sales degrowth and managing it around. But if we see, the borrowings have significantly decreased from last few years, and that they're trying to deleverage the company completely. Again, backed by strong parentage from Reliance Industries. If we see the promoter stake has been reducing since a long time. The FIIs have also sold some bit in the March 2024 quarter, but the TIIs have been lapping it up like anything. Right. So if you see 4 to 10%, almost double in three odd years. If you see Nippon, is sort of the one of the biggest DII holdings. Then Aditya Birla has picked up some stake. There's some holdings by the public as well, which is completely okay. Now, if we move to the technical analysis of it, right? So if I start off from the monthly chart, we see that the stock has completed a complete overall, sort of a rounding bottom pattern of sorts, so to speak. If I can just quickly show you by plotting it here, um, that would be rather easier for you to really understand how this is going. So if I see something like this sort of becomes a kind of a rounding bottom pattern on the monthly chart, right? Now if you see there's a big wick here, it has tried to break out with good amount of volumes. It has been moving since 300 levels, so it's almost doubled now. But if you see, these sellers are trying to get out of the stock, possibly because they were holding it for so long, or for almost 5 years. So they're selling it off. So the weak hands are getting out, the stronger hands are coming in, who have seen the turnaround in the company, right? And if we go to the weekly chart, right? So if you see the weekly chart, we have again the same thing. And if you see our proprietary indicator, which is the CPL, if you see this blue, grade, and then golden sort of a line, that's basically our CPL indicator, which also tells you the 9 EMA and the 200 DMA, the EMA as well, or the EMA as well. And if you see, it turned gold here. So gold is basically when it this points as a circle at a gold level, then it says, okay, we can buy into it. So if you see here, you'll see that our indicator suggested around 200, 622 levels, right? Essentially, our stop loss is just somewhere below the CPL indicator. Maybe at this point, if we would have bought here, we would have placed a stop loss somewhere here, right? Which was a stop loss of, if we see, we would have bought somewhere on the closing of this week. So if we see, it's a 37% of stop loss as of now. That's a big stop loss based on the weekly chart, of course. So weekly chart will give you big moves as well, and then it gives you big stop losses as well, right? But if you see, the current level it is trading at is 16%, but it made a high of 33%, right? So 1:1 was achieved on the weekly charts, and our CPL indicator is still golden, which means that we are holding. So we call it in our internal group as gold is hold. So since as long as it is gold, we are holding this stock very very tightly. We see some weak selling because of the low volumes. If you see these low volumes, so we are seeing this low volumes, and then uh, we'll be holding the stock for a good time. So in terms of the daily chart, if I show you the daily chart, so on the daily chart, right? So if we were to follow this daily chart, it would have given us an entry here on the CPL, right? On our CPL proprietary indicator at around 442 levels, right? If we were to take this trade on the daily chart, we would have bought somewhere here at the bottom of the closing of the candle, and the stop loss would have been somewhere near below the CPL, which was just 20%. And what we are currently sitting as of today, while I'm making the video, is 71%. So that's about 1:3 RR that we are setting on, and the CPL is still golden, right? So it has not given us an exit signal yet. So we are already setting at a 1:1:3 risk reward ratio on this trade. And uh, although we did not pick this up here exactly, but what we saw was, we saw a double bottom here. If you see this, you'll see a double bottom here. If I can just quickly draw it for you, that would be rather easier. So if you see this and this, and the breakout happened here, right? Somewhere here the breakout happened of this double bottom, and we were able to get the stock around these levels, which is roughly 600 levels. And from there it's 723. We've seen a peak of 828. We booked some partial profits here, seeing the bearish divergence. So if you want to see the bearish divergence, if I quickly plot RSI here, right? So you'll see a bearish divergence. So I'll show you how we were able to spot this bearish divergence happening, right? So if you see this, the price is moving up, 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 and if you see the RSI indicator, the relative strength indicator, it's going down, 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 right? And see what kind of fall we get. So we were perfectly able to catch the top on this, the intermediate top. So we were able to sell some position that we held around 820 levels, and we are trailing our rest of the position along with the CPL. So since our CPL is still gold, it is not a complete exit yet for us. So it might be taking support here somewhere around in the CPL, within its CPL itself, and then it will move back up again, right? So we are holding this multi-bagger in the making for the long haul because of the turnaround in the fundamentals as well. And then, of course, the monthly chart, which is showing a breakout of the monthly levels of 2019. So I think that's our analysis of Sterling and Wilson Renewables, and it's a long-term hold for us. And we've already told you about our position on this. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you.